Hello everybody, 26 here. Are you ready to learn some Batch? Good. How are you? Good also. So last episode we made our welcome.bat, which is linked in the description. In this episode, I've made this to-do list. We are going to fix the color command on our welcome.bat, because if you remember correctly, you couldn't really read it. So we're going to fix that. We are going to learn the echo dot command. We're going to learn the if statement. We're going to learn about variables. And hopefully, if we have time, we will learn about user input. And we'll practice all of them. So this should be a fun episode here that we're going to have here. So, yeah, let's get started. First thing first, fix the welcome.bat. So go into Notepad++. Again, it's recommended you download this. And then we're going to change this color AB. If you remember, this colors the screen certain colors. Background, foreground. So first is the background, then it's the foreground. So if you want to check on the colors which you are going to change it to, go over to Start menu and type in CMD. Then this command prompt will come up. Then type in color help. And here we have it, all the colors you can use. So as it says, first is the background, then is the foreground. So let's say the background we will set light purple, so D. And then let's make text, which is the foreground, F, bright white. So DF, sorry. So go into Notepad++ and type in CF. Let's save it. And now we'll run our welcome.bat. Oh, I'm sorry. I said DF, didn't I? My mistake. There we go, DF. So now let's run our welcome.bat. Here we have it. Welcome. Press any key to continue. Good to see you. That's all we did last time. Pretty basic, but we will get into some other bigger things this episode. Okay. Let us get started with the echo dot statement. Okay, everybody. Second thing, we're going to learn the echo dot command. So, with this welcome.bat, we're not going to need this anymore, so I'm just going to hit close. Then I'm going to minimize it, and I'm going to delete the welcome.bat right to my recycle bin. Now, we right click on this, click save as, save it to our desktop, let's call it practice.bat. Or sorry, you can save this wherever you want, but I'm saving it to my desktop. So, click save. Here we go. Got our practice.bat. It's right here. Okay? So now, oh sorry, wrong file. So we've got our practice.bat. First thing, echo off, @echo off. So, now echo, so we're going to print to the screen, hi everybody, here is how you leave a space in your writing. Echo dot. Echo. I just used the echo dot command. Period. It left a space. Period. So let's save it. Oh, no, first, pause. Save it. Let's try it out. Here we go. Hi everybody. Here's how you leave a space in your writing. There's a space right here. I just used the echo dot command. It left a space. So, as you can probably tell here, the echo dot command just basically leaves a space in your code. That's all it does, but it can be useful sometimes. So it may not sound like much, but that's what it does. Okay? Next thing. So, next up is to learn the if statement. And first thing we need to do is to learn something called comparative or comparison operators. So, I've found a website here that lists all the comparative or comparison operators and what they are. I will link this website in the description. So I am going to highlight this and put it all into a notepad document. Or notepad++, sorry. Okay, so I've got that here in this practice 2. I just made a practice 2, and I recommend you do that. I've still got practice 1, and I can close it. It didn't delete it, but I just closed it. So now, in a second here, I will teach you why these are important. Okay, so now that we have our comparative operators written down, we are going to learn what they do. So this will help us to understand how to make an if statement. So I have this all written out here. Now let's go if 5 is EQU, meaning equal, to 1, then we want to echo 5 is equal to 1. Pause on the next line, so save it. So this is saying if 5 is the same as 1, which everyone knows it's not, then we want it to print to the screen 5 is equal to 1. But it's not going to print 5 is equal to 1. You'll just see press any key to continue, because it's not equal, so it can't execute this command here. So that's basically what the if statement is. We'll run this right here, and as you can see, it just says press any key to continue, because the command 5 isn't equal to 1. So now, let's use the same numbers, but say if 5 is greater than 1, so GTR, then echo 5 is greater than 1. So 5 is greater than 1. So it'll print 5 is greater than 1. Let's try that. See right here, 5 is greater than 1. That is true. So now, this, let's try two numbers, 5 and 5. And then let's say if it is less than or equal to. So if 5 is less than or equal to 5, then it'll print 5 is less than or equal to 5. Okay? So 5 is less than or equal to 5. It's not less than, but it is equal to 5. So 5 is less than or equal to 5, which it is. So do you kind of see how this works here? Okay, let's try one more. So if 88 is greater than 89, then let's echo 88 is greater than 89. but 88 is not greater than 89. So again, you won't see anything. It just says press any key to continue. Okay? So now, next up on our list, we're going to learn about variables. I think we'll just have enough time to do that. Okay, so we are not going to have time to learn about user input today. Sorry about that, guys. But we will have time to learn about variables. So, we are going to use an if statement again, using variables. So, the command we need to learn here is set /a, and then this is called a variable here. You can store data in a variable. So we can call this variable number 1. And now we say equal 1. So now this means the variable called number 1 is equal to, or let's say 5. It can be anything. It can even be hi. How are you? Yeah. But we're just gonna call it 5. Okay? So set /a number 1 equal 5. Now normally with variables you need to put percent signs around it. But since the computer knows that this is a variable because you're setting variable equal to something, then you don't need to do that. But in the if statement, you do. So we need to go if number 1 is greater than 89, then let's echo, and we can even print number 1 to the screen. So if, in this case, 5 is greater than, which we learned up here, then, so if 5 is greater than 89, then we'll print 5 is greater than 89. But it's not going to do anything here, other than say press any key to continue, because 5 isn't greater than 89. So here, we are just going to set number 1 equal to 90. And then, number 1 is greater than 89. So it's going to print number 1 is greater than 89. And number 1 is 90, so we'll see 90 is greater than 89. So there. So as you can see, it's just taken the number 1 variable that we set to 90, and then it says if 90 is greater than 89, then we'll echo 90 is greater than 89. So that is basically what a variable is. And next time we will focus on variables, and we will learn how to have the user input variables. Okay? So, thanks for watching, everybody, and make sure to like and subscribe and comment, and I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for next week's episode.